Good evening. Welcome to our fourth installment of our presentations in our Coping Together seminar series. My name is Cherise Polly. I'm the Supervisor of Social Work and Attendance Counseling Services and the Mental Health Lead at the Greater Essex County District School Board. So tonight we have Quartey, who's going to be presenting on knowing when to ask for help. It's a great presentation. It always reminds us of what kind of other things that we might, it's hard to remember sometimes of all the resources that are out there. And it's a nice summary of what she's going to present, again, about different topics. So again, I can't thank you enough for Maryvale and joining with us in order to do these presentations. And I'd like to introduce Quartey, who is a social worker over at Maryvale Adolescent Family Services.
Thank you very much, Cherise. Good evening. My name is Quartey, and I'm a therapist at Maryvale. Welcome to our Coping Together series. Tonight, my presentation will focus on knowing when to ask for help. Here's an overview of our Caregiver Seminar series. This presentation is the fourth presentation in the series. I will have some information at the end for those who are wanting to learn more about the presentations coming up next. So here's an overview. Tonight, we'll be talking about signs indicating when reaching out may be important. We'll also discuss Maslow's hierarchy of needs, sleep hygiene, social connections, ways to support your child's mental health, and services and resources in our community. We all need help from time to time, and knowing when to ask for help can be critical for our survival. While trying to cope during this pandemic, it is especially important to reach out for help when you notice any of the following signs: changes in sleep or eating patterns, difficulty sleeping or concentrating, worsening of chronic health problems, worsening of mental health conditions, increased use of tobacco and/or alcohol and other substances. Even small changes in our daily lives can have great impacts on our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. It's important that we take time to acknowledge how we're being impacted by daily stressors and make necessary adjustments. It's also important to acknowledge that we are in unusual times, and this in and of itself can be quite stressful. Incorporating these strategies can reduce the impact of stress and help us live healthier, calmer lives. So taking breaks from watching, reading, or listening to news stories, including those on social media. Remember to take deep breaths, stretch, pray, and/or meditate. Try to eat healthy foods, take vitamins, stay hydrated, exercise regularly, and get plenty of sleep. Make time to do the things that you enjoy. Connect with others and share your feelings. Your community or faith-based organizations may be available virtually, so be sure to tune in when you can. Know where and how to get treatment and other support services and resources, including counseling or therapy. The Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a theory of motivation which states that 5 categories of human needs dictate an individual's behavior. Those needs are physiological needs, safety needs, love and belonging needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization needs. Let's take a look at this short clip for a more detailed analysis.
How do we become happy? A question that has been asked since the dawn of man, and answered by philosophers, gurus, and recently psychologists. One of them was Abraham Maslow, who formulated his hierarchy of needs, also known as Maslow's pyramid. What can we learn from this pyramid if we want to be happy? Maslow's pyramid is divided in 5 levels: physiological, safety, love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization needs. Physiological needs are biological and physical requirements, like breathing, food, water, and sleep. When these needs are not fulfilled, they become the only thing we are preoccupied with. Safety needs are physical safety and needs for home, employment, income, and health. Without fulfillment of these needs, the person feels constantly insecure and unprotected. Love and belonging needs deal with our desires for good family relationships, friendships, and sexual intimacy. Without them, we might become depressed or experience loneliness. Esteem needs are needs like self-esteem, confidence, achievement, and respect by others. Self-actualization needs deal with creativity, spontaneity, and problem solving. Self-actualizing people have a grounded sense of well-being and satisfaction, and a sense of awe, wonder, and gratitude about life. Maslow noted that his hierarchy is a general description. Levels are not fixed, and each need does not have to be fulfilled 100% to move to higher levels. So, how do we become happy? Maslow called the lower four levels deficiency needs. If we don't have them met, it influences our psychological health and obstructs our tendency for growth, autonomy, identity, and excellence. Fulfill your needs at all levels and become a truly happy person.
So, according to Maslow, it's important that we make efforts to fulfill our needs at all levels in order to fully enjoy a life of happiness. More basic needs must be met more or less before higher needs. The order of needs is not rigid, but instead may be flexible based on external circumstances or individual differences. Most behavior is multi-motivated, that is, simultaneously determined by more than one basic need. The first one is the physiological and safety needs. If these needs are not satisfied, the human body cannot function optimally. Maslow considered physiological needs the most important, as all the other needs become secondary until these needs are met. Once an individual's physiological needs are satisfied, the needs for security and safety become significant. People want to experience order, predictability, and control in their lives. These needs can be fulfilled by our family and society, such as government systems, police, schools, businesses, and medical care. For example, emotional and financial security can be obtained from employment or social welfare, law and order, property, health and well-being, and social stability. I'll provide some more resources in subsequent slides. Physiological needs include, as Maslow discussed, food, shelter, sufficient financial resources, and of course, sleep. So I'll be talking a little bit more about food and shelter and some resources that we can access. And you can visit the federal government's website at www.canada.ca for more information. So for food and shelter, if you are in a crisis or an emergency situation, or if you need help paying for food and housing and are not already on Ontario Works or Ontario Disability Support Program, also known as ODSP, you can apply for COVID-19 emergency assistance. Ontario-funded emergency shelters for women and children fleeing violence are also available to offer support during the COVID-19 outbreak. Changes for those who are renting include a rent freeze at last year's levels and temporarily pausing the enforcement of residential evictions. Homeowners facing financial hardship may be eligible for a mortgage payment deferral. Please speak with your mortgage lender or bank for more details. Help for electricity bills, temporary relief for customers who pay time of use or tiered electricity rates will be charged the off-peak rate of 8.5 cents per kilowatt hour. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, customers will automatically see this lower rate applied to their bills. The Low Income Energy Assistance Program, also known as LEAP, is available for customers who are behind on their electricity or natural gas bills and face having their services disconnected. Certain criteria needs to be met in order to qualify for these programs, and an intake process is required. Eligibility is based on household income and the number of residents living in the home. If you are at risk of having your services disconnected, you could qualify for $500 for natural gas bills or $600 if your home is heated electrically. The COVID-19 Energy Assistance Program, also known as SEEP, provides a one-time on-bill credit to eligible residential electricity and natural gas customers to help them catch up on their energy bills and resume regular payments. Residential consumers may be eligible for up to $750 in support towards their overdue electricity and natural gas bills. Please contact your electricity and/or natural gas utility service to apply. The Employment Insurance Program provides temporary income support to unemployed workers while they look for employment or to upgrade their skills. The EI program also provides special benefits to workers who take time off work due to specific life events such as illness, pregnancy, caring for a newborn or newly adopted child, a critically ill or injured person, or family members who is seriously ill with a significant risk of death. Workers receive EI benefits only if they have paid premiums in the past year and meet qualifying and entitlement conditions. As of September 27th, 2020, the minimum benefit rate is $500 per week before taxes. The Canada Recovery Benefit, also known as CRB, provides funding for workers who have stopped working or have had their income reduced and are not eligible for EI. The CRB provides $500 per week for up to 26 weeks for workers who have stopped working. The Canada Recovery Sickness Benefit, also known as the CRSB, provides $500 before taxes for up to 2 weeks for workers who are self-isolated for reasons related to COVID-19. The Canada Recovery Caregiving Benefit, also known as a CRCB, provides $500 per week for up to 26 weeks per household for workers unable to work because they must care for a child under the age of 12 or family member because schools, daycares, or care facilities are closed due to COVID-19, or because the child or family member is sick and or required to quarantine or is at high risk of serious health implications because of COVID-19. According to Anxiety Canada, 1 in 4 Canadians experience sleep difficulties, which include trouble falling asleep, trouble staying asleep, early morning waking, sleeping too much, or restless or unsatisfying sleep. Getting a good night's sleep can improve our overall mental well-being and help us better manage our abilities to cope during a crisis. This video tells us why sleep is so important.
Are you getting enough sleep? A third of American adults are not. Adults need between 7 and 9 hours a night. But between work and family, that can be a tall order. But getting enough sleep is crucial to your health and well-being. Sleep helps you focus, boosts your memory, and gives you energy to get through the day. More rest for your brain means higher productivity. It can also help balance your moods and help you deal with stress. The busier you are, the more important sleep becomes. Getting the right amount of sleep can also help with weight gain and avoiding sickness. Your body needs energy, and if it doesn't get it from sleep, you may end up eating more. Sleep can also help ward off chronic illnesses like heart disease and diabetes. Want to stay healthy? Start by making a good night's sleep a priority.
Good sleep habits, also known as sleep hygiene, can help us get a good night's sleep, which in turn can have long-term benefits to our mental and physical health. Here are some tips to help us develop or improve good sleep hygiene. Make sleep a priority. Aim to get between 7 to 9 hours of sleep every day, including the weekends. Be consistent. Go to bed at the same time each night and get up at the same time each morning, including the weekends. Budget 30 minutes for winding down. Remove electronic devices such as TVs, computers, and smartphones from your bedroom. Get some exercise. Being physically active during the day can help us fall asleep more easily at night. Try to avoid large meals, caffeine, and alcohol before bedtime. And ensure your bedroom is quiet, dark, and relaxing, and at a comfortable temperature. The next phase is love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. Once physiological and safety needs have been fulfilled, The third level of human needs is social and involves feelings of belongingness. The need for interpersonal relationships motivates behavior. Examples include friendship, intimacy, trust, and acceptance, receiving and giving affection and love, and affiliating and being part of a group, such as family, friends, or at the workplace. The importance of social connection reminds us that even the seemingly small or mundane social interactions, such as saying hello to the mailman or thanking the barista at your local coffee shop, can actually help us feel more connected and give us a sense of belonging. Strong ties, such as family and friends, improves our sense of well-being and belonging. Weaker ties, such as strangers or acquaintances, such as our neighbors, baristas, delivery drivers, dog walkers, and others we may encounter in the course of an average day, can be just as effective in restoring our sense of well-being and belonging. Research suggests that merely belonging to a group, regardless of the strength of individual ties within the group or physical proximity, actually improves our well-being. When we ignore or are deprived of regular social interactions for a prolonged period of time, we may develop symptoms of social isolation as seen. It is important to look out for these signs in ourselves and in our loved ones and seek help or provide support when needed. Social withdrawal, a lack of interest in daily activities or boredom, loss of interest in personal hygiene, poor eating and nutrition habits, home environment and despair, keeping excessive clutter or hoarding, poor sleep quality, and impaired executive functioning, which includes memory, flexible thinking, and self-control, can also be impacted. For those with dementia, their symptoms may worsen. Here's a list of community resources that you can access should you or a loved one be in need of additional support. So we have resource directories. Connects Ontario is where we can find sources for drug and alcohol, gambling, or mental health issues. ementalhealth.ca will direct you to mental health apps and helpful websites. Some local mental health services and supports include the Canadian Mental Health Association, Family Services Windsor, Crisis and Mental Wellness Center, Hotel Dieu Grace Healthcare, as well as private practitioners. Children learn how to respond to stress as they grow and develop. Many stressful events that are manageable for adults can be actually quite stressful for a child. As a result, even small changes can impact a child's feelings of safety and security. Here's a short video on how to help children cope with stress during a pandemic.
In crisis situations, children can perceive anxiety, which can cause them to feel stressed. Depending on their age, their response may vary. Some may become overly attached, while others may withdraw. Some may become anxious, angry, or agitated, and others may even start wetting the bed. Here are 5 tips to help manage stress in children. Play. Encourage children to play and suggest activities to help them relax. Bond. Try to keep children close to their parents, caregivers, or family members. If separation is necessary due to hospitalization, quarantine, or isolation, try to ensure regular contact via telephone or any other available means. Routine. Establish a daily routine or schedule and stick to it as much as possible, especially in the house. Create a routine in which they can participate in household activities, but also provide enough time to play and rest. Talk to them. Explain what's happening and provide clear information on how to reduce the risk of being infected by the disease. Be clear. Use words and phrases that are easily understood and age-appropriate. Calmly explain what could happen if your child or a family member begins feeling unwell. Let them know they may require medical attention or even hospitalization to make sure they recover. Remember, listen to their concerns, show them your support, and be there to reassure them. Bear in mind, this is also a difficult time for them and that they'll need the extra love and attention. For more information, please visit the Pan American Health Organization's website, www.paho.org/coronavirus.
Supporting our children's mental health is crucial during these unprecedented times. Here are some helpful tips to help us provide the essential support our children need. Answer questions and share facts about COVID-19 in a way that your child can understand. Develop healthy habits and share them with your children so that they can learn how to effectively cope with stress. Reassure your child that they are safe. Let them know it's okay if they feel upset, and share with them how you deal with your own stress so that they can learn from you and how to cope with stress. Limit your family's exposure to news coverage of the events, including social media. Children may misinterpret what they hear and can be frightened about something they do not understand. Try to keep up with regular routines. If schools are closed, create a schedule for learning activities and relaxing for fun activities. Be a role model. Take breaks. Get plenty of sleep, exercise, and eat well. Connect with your friends and family. Spend quality time with your child by engaging in meaningful activities, such as reading together, exercising, playing board games or cards, sharing meals together, or doing chores around the house. Whatever the activity, be intentional and make it fun. Pay close attention to changes in your child's behavior. Changes such as excessive crying or irritation in younger children, returning to behaviors they have outgrown, for example, toileting accidents, excessive worry or sadness, unhealthy eating or sleeping habits, irritability and acting out behaviors in teenagers, poor school performance or avoiding school, difficulties with attention and concentration, avoidance of activities enjoyed in the past, unexplained headaches or body pain, or use of alcohol, tobacco, or other drugs can be signs of more concerning underlying issues. Here are a list of some services in our community that provide mental health support to our children and youth. Children First offers services for children from 0 to 6 years old. Hotel du Grace Healthcare Regional Children's Center provides services for children 6 to 12 years old, including the walk-in and counseling clinic, which is available to children 0 to 18 years old and is open from Monday to Thursday from 12 to 8 p.m. and on Fridays from 8:30 to 4 p.m. Of course, Maryvale Adolescent and Family Services, which provides services for youth 13 to 18 years old, including the call-in service, which is available on Monday to Friday from 9 to 5 p.m. The Kids Help Phone is also a great resource, as well as Community Crisis Center, Crisis and Mental Wellness Center, Black Youth Helpline, Hope for Wellness, Windsor Essex Counseling Support Line are just a few that are available within our community. There will be a more extensive list at the end of this presentation. So how do you know if you are in need of crisis services? If you or a loved one are feeling desperate, hopeless, and/or alone with no one to talk to, if you're worried you might hurt yourself or someone else, or if you're having suicidal thoughts, if you or a loved one has made a plan or have the means to hurt yourself or someone else, example, taking pills or using a weapon, or if you or a loved one have attempted suicide or hurt yourself before, please get help immediately, and please do one of the following. You can call 911 or go to the nearest emergency hospital or call the local emergency response service for support. Here's a plan in case you are in crisis. You can contact the Community Crisis Center, which is available for for adults 16 and up. There's a 24-hour crisis telephone line, and there's a walk-in service downtown at 744 Ouellette Avenue. That's available from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week. Windsor Regional Hospital Ouellette Campus is also available for adults 16 and over. There's the emergency department at 1030 Ouellette Avenue, and they're open from 7 to 11 p.m. 7 days a week. There's a Windsor Regional Hospital Metropolitan Campus for youth under the age of 16. There's the emergency department, open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. on weekends and holidays. Or you can call 911 at any time. So to discover more about our series, please visit the following websites to learn more about our Caregiver series. At our website at www.maryvale.ca or at the Public School Board, www.publicboard.ca.